Hello, my name is Beth Dixon, and this is a video series based on Vicki Borlaug's PowerPoint presentation on conditional probability, independent events, and the multiplication rule. I wish to thank Mrs. Borlaug for allowing me to use her PowerPoints to make this set of videos on probability and the multiplication rule. I anticipate 3 to 4 parts to this video series on this PowerPoint, but I could be off by 1 or 2 videos in either direction. In this series, we will cover the following topics: conditional probability, sampling with and without replacement, multiplication rule for probability, independent and dependent events. What is conditional probability? The probability of an event occurring given that another event is known to have already occurred. Suppose you want to find the probability that event A occurred given that you know event B has already occurred. Think about this example. Suppose event A is wearing my raincoat and event B is that it was raining outside at 7:30 a.m. when I leave the house. In this case, we want to find the probability that I was wearing my raincoat, and this would be for any given day, that I was wearing my raincoat given that it was raining at 7:30 that morning. So again, event A would be the probability that I was wearing my raincoat given that we know it was raining. The second event has already occurred. The probability of A occurs given that B has already occurred or happened. Here is our notation for conditional probability. It is P, then parentheses A, then a slash, a line. Sometimes it's slightly taller and sometimes it's slightly thicker, and then the B. And it's always given that, or read, given that B has occurred. Okay, let's look at example 1. The experiment is selecting one at random and find the following probabilities. We have lions and mice in circles and squares. The probability of a lion, the probability of lion given a circle, and the probability of lion given that it is a square. Again, remember that we want to tackle our problems one at a time and not get confused by looking at too much of the problems at once. What is the probability of being a lion? Well, as we look at our pictures, we have 7 lions out of the 10 figures. So our probability would be 7 out of 10, or 0.70. The next problem is to find the probability of a lion given that it's a circle. Notice we have picked a circle because event B is picking a circle has already occurred. We know we have a circle. So we can mark out and ignore all of the squares and only look at the 6 circles. Out of those 6 circles, we have 4 lions. Out of these 6 circles, 4 are lions. So the probability of being a lion, given that we know we have a circle, is 4 out of 6, or 0.6667. The third probability that we want to find is the probability that it's a lion given that it's a square. In this case, we know we have a square. So we can mark out the circles and only focus on the squares. Given that it's a square, we're looking at the 4 squares, and out of the 4 squares, 3 of those are lions. So that is 3 out of 4, or 0.75. Here is an activity for you to try and some problems for you to try with that. Thank you for watching part 1 of this video series on multiplication rule for probability. If you need more help and are a Walter State student, please come by the Math Lab in MBSS 222. And thank you for watching.